Good afternoon, students. I hope you all are fine and safe at home. Dear students, in economics, chapter number 7 is national income. In that, you all are already learn about introduction, definition of national income, features of national income, circular flow of national income, different concepts of national income, methods of measurement of national income, and last part of this topic, difficulties in the measurement of national income. Before understanding the difficulty, you must understand what is GDP. GDP means gross domestic product or total money value of all final goods and services which are produced within a country. Means you must understand national income is calculated in terms of money. So what is national income? National income is the value of the aggregate output of the different sectors during a certain time period. In other words, it is the flow of goods and services produced in an economy in a particular year. Thus, the measurement of national income is very important. But while measuring national income, there are difficulties in the measurement of national income. These difficulties in the measurement of national income are divided into two parts. A parts, theoretical difficulties, which are also known as conceptual difficulties. B part, practical difficulties, which are also known as statistical difficulties. C, theoretical difficulties are already over in earlier video. Now today we will see practical difficulties. See the first point. Problem of double counting. One of the major problems involved in the estimation of national income is the problem of double counting. Double counting refers to a situation where the value of goods is taken into account, means counted more than once. Such a problem occurs because for every producer, the commodity he sells is a final commodity. Thus, if the value of the good is taken into account every single time, it leads to the estimating of the value of the product more than once. Now see the example related to the double counting. If the value of the output of sugar and sugarcane are counted separately, the value of the sugarcane utilized in the manufacture of sugar will have been counted twice, which is not proper. This must be avoided for a correct measurement. So the greatest difficulty in calculation national income is of double counting. It arises from the failure to distinguish properly between a final and an intermediate product. Another example, see the another example given in your textbook. Flour used by bakery is an intermediate product and that by household is a final product. Means for the bakery, flour is a raw material and for a household it is a final product. Okay, so students, I hope you all are understand the problem of double counting. Now here second point, existence of non-monetized sector. Some of the goods produced are not sold for money. The producer himself may consume a part of the output. Sometimes goods are exchanged for goods. Those goods that are not exchanged for money should be taken into national income. But it is difficult to estimate and measure the value of output which does not enter into market for sale. In the economically backward countries, there is a large non-monetized sector. So this problem is more difficult in a backward countries. Now turn to the third point, inadequate and unreliable data. Adequate and correct production and cost data are not available in our country. For estimating national income, data on unearned incomes and on persons employed in the service are not available. Moreover, data on consumption and investment expenditure of the rural and urban population are not available for the estimation of national income. So there is no machinery for the collection of data in the country. So inadequate and unreliable data is also major difficulties in the calculation of national income. Next, turn to the fourth point, depreciation. Depreciation here, during the depreciation means what? Depreciation means wear and tear of machinery. So during the process of production, along with the raw material and inputs, various fixed assets, which are the fixed assets such as machinery, tools, etc., are also used. However, during the course of production, the fixed assets undergo wear and tear. This wear and tear reduce the value of the fixed assets of business entities. Since depreciation is based on various assumptions and is subjective in nature, so it is difficult for an individual to correctly assess the deduction to be made for depreciation. Then next point, capital gains or losses. Capital gains are also a form of transfer payments and are therefore excluded from national income. Let us consider an example. For example, the case of an individual who sells shares in the stock exchange and make a capital gain of rupees 50,000. This money just gets transferred from the buyer to the sellers of shares, but there is no changes in the society's output of goods and services, nor is any income generated in this process. So here capital gains or losses is also an difficulties in the measurement of national income. Then here next point, illiteracy and ignorance. The majority of the people in India, they are illiterate and ignorant, and they do not keep any accounts about the production and sales of their products. Under the circumstances, the estimates of production and on incomes are simply guesswork. Then next point, difficulties in the classification of working population. See, here in India, working population is not clearly defined. For example, farmers in India are not engaged in agriculture round the year. They are busy only for the 4 to 5 months in the year, and rest of the months they are idle. During that off season, they are also engaged in supplementary occupation like dairy, poultry, cloth making, etc. But income from such a productive activities is not included in the national income estimates. Okay, and the last points, valuation of inventories. The value of all inventory changes, that is changes in a stock, which may be either positive or negative, are added or subtracted from the current production of the firm. Remember, if in the change in inventories and not total inventories for the year that are taken into account in national income estimates. Therefore, valuation of inventories require careful assessment. Okay, so see the students, these all total 8 points of practical difficulties in the measurement of national income. I hope you all are understand practical difficulties. Thank you and have a nice day.